Alright, let me react to this video by Charlie Kirk called Woman leaves stunned after hearing what Riley Gaines and Charlie Kirk actually believe. Alright, let's check it out. I know who these people are. Let's go.
As a woman, why do you feel that you're not threatened with abortion policies? Like, I understand, you feel a sense of vulnerability when participating with trans women or men, as you consider, in sports. Why do you feel that these policies and these, concepts don't threaten you?
Because I think children are the greatest blessing life has to offer.
And if that's the case, why don't you think children are deserving of healthy environments? Like, honestly, can you confidently say that a woman who has a child who, the child was conceived under circumstances that were, not okay and very violent and, I can't even imagine. How are you guaranteeing that this child is going to be happy and live a healthy life that's deserving?
Of course, I can never guarantee the outcome of someone's life, but you know what's a whole lot worse than giving someone a chance is eliminating that chance altogether by ultimately terminating their life.
Are you eliminating that woman's chance of fulfilling her dreams and fulfilling her life? Like, it's foster care systems aren't what they seem, or, people, of course, have opinions of what's right to do after you have a child or, if you decide not to have a child. But I have a friend who was in foster care, and he has experienced the most insane situations that I can even imagine. And the fact that, sorry?
No, keep on going. It's fine. It's just, I know all your arguments, but keep going.
No, I really want to know, like not even to be like this, but woman to woman, Riley, how do you justify, putting this almost shackle on women and kind of sitting there and saying, you know what, I don't care, you're going to have this child, despite how, painful.
I am so sorry that you are led to believe that children are shackles on your life. I would argue there are many parents here, mothers, fathers who are here who would not look at their children as shackles. Again, they would look at them as the greatest blessing life has to offer. If unfortunately that's a position that you find yourself in, or someone finds themselves in, where they do see this child as a hindrance, you mentioned foster care. I think we, rather than, again, kind of normalizing and accepting and celebrating the idea of abortion, you work on foster care reform, the reform of the adoption system. I think those are much more beneficial and effective ways to ultimately address the problems that you're bringing to light without having to terminate lives in the process.
Why is there such a focus on kind of reprimanding women for their choice, but not a focus on making sure that foster care systems are what they should be? And,
I think that's a national conversation that we could have. I do.
So why do you not think that's happening? Why do you think the focus is on women and their bodies?
It is happening. We actually post more funding into foster care systems. You don't know about it. It's just like literally, Republican states are pumping more money into pregnancy. Do you know what a pregnancy crisis center is?
Yeah, like a Planned Parenthood kind of ordeal, or what do you mean by that?
No.
It's just a question. I mean, I'm really learning.
A pregnancy crisis center is the pro-life equivalent, where you go there to actually have your baby be saved. And they'll actually help the baby with diapers and with formula and food up to 5 years of life. And there are there's thousands of churches across the country that pump in hundreds of millions of dollars a year on that one specific thing.
I make sure I support causes that do as well, whether that is supplement companies. All the supplements I get, my vitamins that I take daily, I make sure I buy from a company that supports pro-life causes because it matters to me. When I say I'm pro-woman, I mean I am pro-woman wholeheartedly, entirely, all the way through, up and down. I am pro-woman. That means supporting women during their pregnancy, throughout their pregnancy, and after their pregnancy as well.
Okay, interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering.
All right. So yeah, obviously this is the pro-life versus pro-choice abortion argument thing. Yeah, it's pretty interesting video. I do like Charlie Kirk. If you don't know who he is, he goes around to American college campuses and just discusses multiple different topics. And Riley Gaines is that she became famous for standing up for women against the whole transgender issue when it comes to competitive sports. And she was, or still is, I don't know, a competitive swimmer, really high level. And so Yeah, I like these two people, and so my opinion with the whole abortion thing is definitely closer to pro-life, to where I agree with what Charlie is saying. Um, because I believe you're killing a baby, and that's morally incorrect. Um, so I get where they're coming from, and also um, I do agree with the Trump principles of allowing abortion in certain cases, in really extreme situations, which is it's a very low percentage of women that uh, end up in situations. So there's three different types. In my opinion, you should be able to get an abortion if in the cases of rape, incest, and the life of the mother. And so in those situations, I think you should have the right to have the abortion. In the same time, I still think it's wrong. So if you can go through a really traumatic situation and still keep the baby, that would be the most ideal situation. And so, yeah, I wasn't expecting to react to this particular video, but I'm trying a new camera system where I'm using my phone as my camera rather than having the camera integrated with my laptop. Anyway, so this was pretty random. I wasn't ready to talk about abortion right now, so this is kind of a improvised video, but I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.